We are here at Kennedy Space Center. Right behind me there's a few rockets or spaceships. I don't even know what they're called, but we'll figure it out. I'm really excited. We are going to nerd out. This place looks kind of big. We shall see. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot of people here. I don't know what else to say. Would you look at the size of these rockets? Oh my goodness. They look kind of tiny far away, but when you stand up close, they're standing pretty tall. This freaked me out, but when I looked at the tip of this rocket, it looked like it was swinging due to the wind, but it's actually the clouds moving in the background that's like threw my perspective off a little bit. This big rocket in the back has been making me gravitate towards it. It's much bigger than the other rockets that are standing freely. These missiles right here, they're actually ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. I believe that's what ICBM means. They actually carried nuclear warheads on the very tip, and it can be shot to from country to country. And during war times, that's it was a threat between the U.S. and Russia. But to make space flight happen, they took off the nuclear warheads and they developed these space vehicles that don't have much room. That's maybe like 14, 15 feet tall, and the amount of space in there is there's like nothing in there. But just a really interesting fact that they took technology from war and brought it into space. Wow, guys, look at this. This thing is pretty tall, very serene. There are some people that lost their lives for the greater good of humanity. Here are some that unfortunately lost their lives in Columbia mission, or excuse me, Space Shuttle Columbia. Saying the mission ended abruptly when Space Shuttle Columbia and its crew perished during entry 16 minutes before scheduled landing. Would you look at the size of this? Oh my gosh. I thought the other rockets were big, but this Atlantis space shuttle is enormous. Would you look at the size of this? Holy crap. I don't even know how tall this is, but the other rockets earlier, those are about like 100 feet. This must be like 200 plus feet. It's huge. Would you look at the size of this Space Shuttle Atlantis? Oh my goodness. Check this out. Could you imagine launching this into space? I mean, those fuel tanks that we saw outside were huge. But then on top of this, oh my goodness. That's a lot of weight that they had to push up. This side has a big space shuttle, and this side has a big telescope. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you guys have never been here, I highly suggest it. This is impeccable. Alright, so here's a space toilet. This little tube right here, that's where liquids go, where you pee. And actually in here, there's little capsules, and that's where you poop. You poop in like these, I think you poop in these plastic bags, and then you tie it up and you just shove your poop down in that capsule. And then once that capsule is full of your bowel movements, then you just switch out that capsule. But with this little tube, there's actual like active suction so that your pee doesn't just float away. Really cool system. At first, I thought my butt cheeks or your butt cheeks will fit in that, and I was like, my butt cheeks will not fit in that. My butt cheeks are too big. I want to go back to the space shuttle. I just learned something from the tour guide that's happening. So they developed the space shuttle because they need like a pickup truck. That's the analogy he gave. So the space shuttle was like a pickup truck to build the International Space Station. So parts or whatever would go inside, and then when they launch, they can essentially build out the International Space Station. It's pretty cool. I always wonder why the liner and actually everything is white. Maybe I can find that out later. Here is one of the engines. And it looks like there's actually like 4 or 5 engines if I look at the rear of this shuttle. Oh, 3 really big engines, and maybe like small, 2 smaller ones up on top right there. But they have 3 really, really big ones. It's fascinating. If you guys think your car is fast with the amount of horsepower, one single engine generates 37 million horsepower. 37 million. Just put that into perspective. Something to see here. I'm a little speechless of how big and enormous this is, and I'm just trying to figure out how they got this in here, or maybe they built this building around this space shuttle once they erected this in the air. Alright, so fun fact. The shuttle has about 33,000 tiles, and these are like silica tiles. They're actually made of 90% air, and the rest is about is silica, which is pretty cool. The tour guide also mentioned that since Florida has a lot of moisture and it does rain, that these tiles do absorb a ton of moisture. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but each tile on the underside has a little white dot. A person injects each tile with a anti-moisture substance or something like that, which is quite nuts. That's a lot of labor. So I also asked about why is the interior white and why is the shuttles white. It's just plain and simple to avoid heat absorption. This is the left side body panel of the Challenger space shuttle, or at least what's left of it. It's I'm in a little loss of words seeing I guess these pieces of the space shuttle that have been recovered. I just walked through pretty much like a memorial of their personal belongings, and now I just turned this corner and I see this and this cockpit window at the Columbia here. So I'm a little taken back by seeing these things. Alright guys, that is all for today. I actually hurt my back. I tweaked it somehow. I'm hurting pretty bad right now. I cannot stand up straight and I need to take a break. So catch you on the next adventure. Peace out.